Oh, no, what's happening? This is something that just makes no sense to me. I don't know what to say here, dude. I don't know. All right, here we go. Hey guys, it's Shelby and I'm back with another reacting to wasteful trends over on TikTok. Now, I know there's a lot of drama, conspiracy theories surrounding TikTok. I'm not gonna get into that. I think it's a fun app for years and all of a sudden it's become kind of controversial. I'm not gonna speak to that, but you are free to not use it if you don't want to. But not too long ago, I did another video just like this, reacting to wasteful TikToks, and so many of you liked it and asked for another one, so I'm here to deliver that for you today. I have not looked at any of the TikToks you have tagged me in yet. These are all going to be a complete surprise, so I'm really excited to get into them and maybe try to give some advice for how someone could be less wasteful, or maybe give you some background and understanding as to why something is wasteful, right? Because there's a lot to consider when it comes to sustainability and the entire footprint of a product rather than just what you're throwing out, and that's always my goal on this channel, to get you to think beyond the basics. And today this video is brought to you by Audible, which, speaking of going beyond the basics, I wanted to recommend the audiobook to you called Cradle to Cradle. So I actually thought recently I should start recommending the audiobooks to you guys that were part of my curriculum back when I was in school, because I feel like my basis in knowledge of sustainability obviously comes from when I was doing my degree, and a lot of the material that we had back then had to do with sustainability, obviously, and I just think there's a lot of information in those audiobooks. So Cradle to Cradle is a book that kind of looks at the entire circular loop of how a product is made, how it's transported, the end of its life cycle, all of that. It focuses on the closed loop type system, and just a really great audiobook. So I wanted to recommend that to you today because that's my goal with videos like this, to start getting you to think that way. So like I said, this video is brought to you by Audible, so if you want to listen to Cradle to Cradle for free right now, you can go to audible.com/Shelby or text Shelby to 500 for one free Audible book, and usually it's 2 free Audible originals with your membership. But because of lockdown, quarantine, the whole situation, Audible has actually started to offer a lot of really amazing things like unlimited Audible originals with your membership. They've also started something called stories.audible, where you can go and listen to stories for completely free, and there is now Audible Sleep, all things that really help with the stress and anxiety of dealing with, you know, daily life, but also the current situation we're all living through. So I'm always super pumped to recommend a new audiobook to you guys, and I'll also leave all my recommendations for audiobooks in the description if you want to check those out. But make sure if you want a free audiobook, you go to audible.com/Shelby or text Shelby to 500. All right, my phone has been in my hand this whole time because we have to go to the TikTok app, obviously. All the ones I'm about to react to come from you guys. If you tag me in the comment section of a TikTok that you think is wasteful, it will show up here and I can just easily go to them. Instagram does not organize things this way, but TikTok does, so it's really easy for me to keep up with. So keep tagging me and I can keep making these videos if you want. All right, here we go.
My friends have been pranking each other with a bunch of different things, and this time on my friend we decided to saran wrap her entire room, as well as put a bunch of little lens everywhere. And here's just us cutting out the lens so that we can make them small and put them all around her room. We rounded out about 20 or so. Okay, go. Props to the comments on her last video telling us to do that. And this is just us putting the saran wrap all over her bed with a little lens also sitting there on her on her bed. And
I don't need to watch this whole thing. This has been a trend for a while. And I also have family members who have done this, not to me, but to their friends and stuff. And then they will send me pictures of them buying so much saran wrap, wrapping someone's entire room in literally plastic to just turn around and laugh about it for a moment and then throw it away. This is something that just makes no sense to me. How does anyone in their right mind spend the money to buy plastic, to wrap someone's entire room in something like saran wrap, and think that's funny or okay? And then I ask myself, once it's all done, do people, when they have to unwrap it, obviously, as they're doing that, are they thinking,
wow, this is incredibly wasteful?
does it hit them then that they've done something incredibly irresponsible, for the planet? I don't know. And that's my whole thing that I want people to start thinking about, right? Maybe it hits you once you start unwrapping everything and literally putting it into the trash, and maybe fill your whole freaking trash can up for the week full of saran wrap for a few minutes of a joke. Maybe it hits them then, but what I want people to understand is that plastic wrap is made from petroleum. It is the root of climate change, of so much destruction in our oceans, of a lot of corporate corruption as well. Everything from the beginning of this video to the very end when they're throwing it all away is incredibly harmful. And like, that's what I want people to start thinking. I mean, I feel like I don't need to say much else. You guys know this is incredibly wasteful. I think anyone watching this video who watches my videos, which by the way, if you don't already watch them, make sure you subscribe. Whenever my family sent me the pictures of wrapping their friend's whole room in saran wrap, and I know a lot of times for me it falls on deaf ears because I've been a bad activist for a long time, at least in my personal life, but I still try to make the effort to say, I don't think that's funny, and I wish you didn't either. I won't say that I try to shame people, but I definitely try to phrase things to get them to think like,
oh damn, maybe that like wasn't funny, actually.
All right, on to the next one. So someone tagged me in this, but they didn't really say anything. It says for the next wasteful video. I find it interesting that she sent me this to go into the wasteful video because honestly, at least those returns are being sold. There are a lot of stores, if you paid attention to my channel, or if you were watching my channel back in the day when I used to dumpster dive, I'll link one right here that specifically was Old Navy. Some stores just completely tear apart their returns and throw them into the trash. So for me, seeing this is actually really great. And I know that Amazon, there are plenty of problems with Jeff Bezos specifically. I think Jeff Bezos has a lot of money, and I think that that is a problem for like the corrupt financial system of capitalism. Never gonna argue against that. Not a Jeff Bezos fan. But I will say Amazon as a company does a lot of responsible things that other brands do not do. So they have also warehouses where you can buy like huge bundles of what their returns are. They also donate a lot of returns. A lot of stores don't do this, guys. Maybe she was meaning like the return culture because of how easy returns have become, not just with Amazon, but like a lot of big retailers. A lot of things get bought without thought and then like thrown out. But again, here we're seeing them actually being resold. Always think twice before you purchase anything, or like think 30 times before you purchase anything. But don't just buy things with the intention to return them. That's definitely, for most retailers, not a good idea. Okay, I don't think this is how typically all garments are made. Everything's made differently, but this is really interesting to talk about for one specific reason. So you can see what they're doing. They basically have drawn the shapes of what they want for the garment, and they're just cutting through all the extra pieces that they don't want. Those extra pieces typically get thrown away, especially in the fast fashion industry. No one gives a shit. They're just waste product. They throw it away. If you haven't seen my video on how I quit fast fashion, I'll link it right here. And in that video, I talk more about how much waste there is from the fast fashion industry for things like this. What's really interesting about this is all those cutoffs that you're seeing happening right now do happen a lot. There's a lot of waste product, right? They deliberately are making more wasteful pieces like this, and then using that part, the waste product, and then turning it into fashion and calling it sustainable. And while I do think it's good to use scraps like this that you are wasting normally, I think at the core, what we should be doing is figuring out how to use less fabric and wasting less. That's like the root of the problem. And I understand, I'm not here to be like,
we should just have no waste and there should never be waste considered in fashion.
I know it's inevitable, but a lot of times I would consider it greenwashing for a place like H&M to mass produce something like this, purposefully create cutoffs, and then create new clothing from those cutoffs and call it sustainable. The less time you waste on something, that is the cheaper option, even if you're actually throwing away more product. So if this is easier and faster for them, that's what they're gonna do. You have to keep that in mind.
This is called phenolphthalein. It's a really common pH indicator that's found in just about every chemistry lab and emergency room. And my house. It's cool because it responds to things like this sodium hydroxide solution by turning hot pink. But whenever it's exposed to an acid, it just turns clear. So what do you think is going to happen whenever I introduce a whole bunch of carbon dioxide to the solution? Watch.
What's happening? Oh, is this supposed to represent coral bleaching?
This is called carbonic acid. It dissolves seashells and it kills coral reefs. When we talk about climate change, we very rarely talk about ocean acidification. But since almost 80% of the oxygen you breathe comes from the ocean, this is a great reason for us to start acting like grown-ups when it comes to taking care of our planet.
I already knew all this from when I went to school. That's a really cool demonstration of ocean acidification. When we put carbon into the atmosphere, obviously it causes climate change for greenhouse gas warming and all that kind of thing. I think a lot of you know that. And our ocean is considered a carbon sink, and it takes in a ton of that carbon. If it weren't for our oceans, climate change would be so ridiculously exacerbated, we probably couldn't be here. So that's kind of what he was talking about, like coral bleaching and how it works. So that's really interesting. Shouts out to him for doing that. But again, I'm not going to spend too much time on it because that's not the theme of today's video.
So my hair is getting way too big, and I think it's time for a haircut. But before I get my haircut, I'm gonna be putting over 750 glow sticks in my hair.
No.
As any
like,
normal person would, of course. And some of y'all might be wondering, why would I put over 700 glow sticks in my hair in the first place?
Did he just say 700 glow sticks?
Because, dude, when's the last time you seen a dumb kid put over 750 glow sticks in his afro? All right, here's a big one. Damn, oh, that's hard to do, oh. All right, y'all, now we're starting to get a bit more serious. We're at 500 glow sticks so far. All right, y'all, we've finally done it. 750 glow sticks. All right, y'all ready? Oh my God, jeez. And these glow sticks were not cheap at all, so if y'all could leave a like, it'd mean the world to me.
Sometimes I feel like I'm the person that is like ruining the internet for some people. Fun sucker! Because I understand he just did this to make his video go viral and to get the likes. Like he literally said like, these weren't cheap, please like. He spent the money, the resources to do this just for this TikTok. 700 glow sticks is a lot. At first when I saw this, I was thinking the kid's gonna put like 20 glow sticks in his hair, whatever. I'm pretty confident that glow sticks are toxic and not something that we want to be able to get out into the environment under any circumstances. Really not great to be producing them in the first place, and then also not great to send 700 toxic glow sticks to the landfill. Just don't want to see them. Just don't want to see it done. I would obviously never do this, and definitely don't encourage other people to do it either. How many greenhouse gases and like other resources went into 700 glow sticks getting to his house after he was done and threw them all away? Maybe he realized like this was shitty. Not to hate on him particularly, but let's all learn something here and maybe tell the people who don't already know. That's kind of my goal with this video, is to get other people thinking about forms of waste other than plastic straws and plastic bottles, right? Definitely don't partake in things like this, especially not just for likes on TikTok.
It's a little washing machine that washes your beauty blenders.
Dude, no, I'm not even gonna keep watching this. That is ridiculous. Okay, so tons of products are created just so that people will make videos like this and it makes someone else be like,
Oh my God, I gotta buy that.
when someone, especially as big as Colleen, is making a video like this, I guarantee you thousands, if not tens of thousands of these have been created, bought, and forgotten about. These types of products really irritate me because this is not just like a piece of plastic, which obviously plastic is a really horrid and wasteful material in and of itself, but there are also like mechanical factors to this mini washing machine, which means there's going to be e-waste. It's very difficult to recycle, and I guarantee you no one who's buying something as silly as this is thinking about how to recycle it. Producing little things like this is incredibly wasteful. The plastic, like I said, the mechanical parts, the tech parts. Where were these produced? Probably not in a place where people were paid fair wages and had safe working conditions. I'm just gonna throw that out there. And I really like to focus on the before the product gets to you, like I say, because you should stop yourself from ever purchasing it to begin with. I'm tired of the excuse that like,
I bought this thing because I genuinely liked it and thought about it, and I'm not gonna throw it out.
it doesn't matter. This is an unnecessary product that did not need to exist, that was created and bought, that did not need to be. I don't care what you do with it after. This type of thing does not need to exist. Wash your beauty blender with your hands. So many things like this are made because they're cute and funny and intriguing on the internet. I know at least half of the people who buy this sort sort of thing will use it once or twice, forget about it. It might get donated, it probably won't get bought again, and it will end up in a landfill. I hate to hate on people who are doing things for content or to try to be funny, because I understand everyone needs a moment in their life to be funny or entertaining. I wish that someone could look at something like this and see what I see and find other ways of being entertained or having fun, because there are so many unlimited number of ways to have fun in this world. We don't have to destroy it in the meantime.
I'm about to smash my brother's TV. Everyone like it up right now. Yo, what are you doing? Yo, what are you doing? Yo, chill, what are you doing? Chill! No! Yeah! No!
Who are you? I don't know what to say here, dude. A lot of big YouTubers, big TikTokers do this sort of thing and think it's funny to just destroy products. There is so much horrible things behind tech products. Our recycling of tech products is completely inefficient and unethical. A lot of times it just ends up filling the streets and the properties, the land around people in other countries who don't have the resources to dispose of it properly. It infects our water systems, literally puts like toxic things in water systems. It gets into the soil, corrupts the soil from being able to grow healthy food. The issues with tech go on and on and on. To just destroy one on purpose, I don't have to tell you how fucking stupid that is. This type of shit, not funny. So many ways to be funny. This is not it, dude. Some of these videos y'all tagged me in, I think probably got a lot of hate because of how ridiculously wasteful they were, and they've gotten deleted. So that's interesting. Okay, someone told me these existed in my comments on YouTube, and I didn't think it was real. I didn't believe it. Apparently disposable ice packs are a thing. Ice packs. This person just made this like it was cool that it's a single-use ice pack. Maybe there's a purpose for these that I'm not understanding, but why? It almost just seems inconvenient, and I don't know. I don't know what to say to this other than this is fucking dumb. Why does this exist? Someone let me know. Is there some purpose to this ice cube that I don't understand? Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. No, 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 no. What's happening? I don't know what's happening. I don't know why there are receipts falling from the ground. But if you guys didn't know, most receipts are made from a mix of paper and plastic. Most of the time, plastic with BPA. Definitely don't use receipts as toys. Hi, this looks like a grown man, but if you need me to tell you, don't use receipts as toys. If you need me to tell you, don't use receipts as toys. And also, receipts are not compostable or recyclable unless they're completely paper, and there are very rare ones that are completely paper. So please, throw them in the trash, avoid them at all costs. Don't fucking play with them like they're toys. Thanks for coming to my TED Talk. Okay guys, well I think that's enough making Shelby have mini panic attacks enough for one day, so I'm going to let you go. I do enjoy making these videos because I think that looking at things like this, number one, keeps me on my toes, takes me out of my comfort zone, because either A, I can get used to the people around me and being the way that they are and interacting with them as my examples of what the world is doing. B, I can get stuck in my little zero waste corner of the internet and forget how the rest of the world is living. And C, I can take what those people are doing and kind of turn it into a teaching moment, hopefully learning some new things that you didn't already know, and also attracting some people in who have not heard this message before and hopefully learning something new as well. So definitely keep tagging me over on TikTok, and if you want to listen to the audiobook Cradle to Cradle to learn more about what happens in the entire supply chain of a product, definitely go to audible.com/Shelbi for a free audiobook today. And remember, until next time, you cannot do all the good that the world needs, but the world needs all the good that you can do. Bye guys. What was this? Don't play with receipts and don't put glow sticks in your hair. Thanks, bye.